inspired story of tabletop journey. So we'll be playing that tonight. If you were just finding me, I'm PU2 ASU. Gist of this channel is we play games and goof around with friends, and you can find me on all the socials: TikTok, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We also have a Patreon. We also have a merch store here on our Twitch channel, so you can check out other things. You can also check out our Discord, which is here on stream as well. Well, it was on stream. It disappeared. How are we doing today, PU2 Cru? Got them here as well.
Great.
Rocking.
Awesome.
Everyone's
Not too bad.
Awesome.
Great. No trademark.
Good old Tony.
Hey, I think a couple
Anthony
of y'all are muted
Tiger.
on the stream.
Do I know?
I think we got a couple of people muted on the stream on the Video Ninja.
Yeah, am I supposed to be unmuted on Ninja?
No, we should be muted on Ninja, and we should be unmuted on
Talkie
Mumble.
on mobile. So I'm getting some bars
Okay,
because I
okay.
can watch my bars as you talk. And everybody's, when they're talking the bars, they're fluttering.
Or fluttering.
So I think we're good.
Okay.
We are alive. Alive and live.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's fun. Cheap views on. Somebody said, thank you, Epic Buck, for that. But it's not cheap views. These are quality views of quality content.
That's
I'm
right.
about to give you tonight.
These are quality, unique views that definitely two of aren't me.
That's right.
So don't even
Definitely not.
That's right. You cannot confirm or deny that.
don't even try it.
And if there's not another PU2 ASU similar streamer out there that you can find. Okay. Let's go around the table. We'll get started here into our game. I'm excited that this campaign has progressed very nicely. It was kind of just a brainchild of mine because I enjoyed One Piece anime so much, and I was like, maybe we can do something of this in Dungeons and Dragons kind of sphere. So it's been fun that these guys got their power-ups. They did devil fruits. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. So last session, so they are. This is fun. I think it's kind of coming into its own. So last week we had a good unbeaten path as well. For those of you who may not know, that is PS Zombie's brainchild and his homebrew, and so we kind of, me and him, back and forth every other week, switch out our campaign stories. So that one has been fun as well. We've gotten some boons on that as well, some power-ups, so it'll be fun. I got to kill a lot of zombies with my very specific undead killing ability, and I was able to shine that, so check that out. That is now on YouTube, our YouTube channel, so you can check that out, as well as I think the old broadcast is still here on Twitch. Speaking of unbeaten path, PS Zombie.
Hello. Doing
How's your
swell.
week going?
Pretty good. No complaints. Just grinding that Fortnite.
That's right.
I know that they
Heck
know
yeah.
how to get you to spend hours on that game. I tell you what,
Yes, they do.
because they dangle cool skins in front of your face.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I scraped by. Got in my dailies and weeklies last night, so woo,
Nice.
made it in under the wire. Yeah, it's been my obsession lately.
Nice.
I'm right there with you.
That's right. Speaking of Fortnite, MK Spectre, how's your
Man,
time
I've
in?
been cleaning up, buddy. I've been getting battle royales left and right.
Getting those victories, dang.
They're going to start putting me against some really hard people. I'm going to start getting really sad.
That's what PS Zombie said the other day, actually, when he logged in. He was like, dang, he's getting after it, because he saw your level progression.
Yes,
So,
sir.
that's what's
I've
up.
been grinding the levels out. I'll play a game and ignore. Like, if it wants me to visit 2 places, cool. I'm ignoring the rest of the game. I don't care if I die after that. I'll start no weapons. Just give me a car. I'm going across the map.
Mm,
Yeah, man.
you're all in those quests.
One of them, I had two shotgun quests. One was like headshots with a shotgun, and the other was just firing shotgun shells. And I ended up winning the game.
Nice, nice.
I was like,
Nice.
all right, I'll take the victory.
You're like, dang, headshots with shotguns kill people. Who
It's
knew?
effective.
It's effective.
Crazy.
I had the War
It's a way to
Machine
win.
booster pack, so I was like
Oh, yeah.
Mandalorian, just raining shotgun shells on people's heads. It's
That's
fantastic. It's glorious.
We got a My Name's Jeff alert because Lawrence9292 followed.
Well,
He's
hey.
been
Alright.
gaming. Press to keep things a great work. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you, Lawrence9292.
Possibly a little bit like a boss.
Hey, you know, it's a follow.
Just because we don't do a whole lot of gaming on this channel, but it was a good guess there, Mr.
Big, we'll
Bob.
be expecting your request, though.
We game in our minds.
Are we going to let it down, or are you going to let the peer pressure
Maybe.
get to you?
We'll see.
Tell you what, he can join us on Fortnite. If he can survive
Right.
the murder van, he can join.
That's right.
Everyone's like initiation.
All right. In addition to MK, we've got Climate on the stream. Climate Changer,
Hey, that's me.
who we haven't
Climate
seen in
change.
Fortnite. We're trying to get him over to our side of the fence with Fortnite.
I shall
The
return.
dark side.
That's right.
The dark side of the force.
I have the skin I want for the foreseeable future, forever. That is Waffle Man,
It's fair.
Waffle Cowboy Man. But
You know, I got killed by a waffle cowboy in a match the other day. I was like, is this climate? I'm like, I've not seen anyone use this thing.
yeah, I'll get on there, man. We should hop on sometime soon. Just let me know.
Hell yeah.
We should. I didn't.
But
Well,
as far as games, I bought Sins of a Solar Empire 2.
Ooh.
Not even heard of this.
It's an RTS 4X kind of game.
Mhm.
Super nerdy.
You good?
Nerdiest of the nerd.
Right on.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is it one of those where a match takes like 4 days to finish?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the best.
There's like 1 million units and 1 million user interface things, you know, to control every aspect of your civilization and all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Meanwhile, I'm out here playing Kirby Air Ride, where the only button that works is A.
Don't you bash that game.
I'm not bashing it.
Okay.
It's a great game, but it's the only game I've ever seen that only uses A on the GameCube. It's like, don't worry about the other buttons. Just push the biggest button you see, the giant A button in the middle of the control.
It's very
And you're
Kirby
good.
appropriate, though, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, cool. All right, and then we've got Alex. You can't see
What
him,
up,
but he's
what up?
here. You hear him.
I'm here. I promise. How's it going, bud?
It's good. What you been into? How's your weekend? How was your weekend?
Good. I didn't really get up to doing too much, which was really, really nice. I just kind of hung out and watched some movies, and yeah, just been kind of chilling and working and doing this. So it's been good.
Nice. Well, and you had a little downtime this weekend because it's the first weekend in a long time that me and you were able to text about the race. We usually can't
I know.
text about the race.
It's
then, of
been
course, they had
wild,
to
and
call it.
then it gets rained out, you know.
Yeah, of course. That's how it works.
Of course.
Lame. But I'm looking forward to Dave.
That's right. It's gonna be awesome.
Take it back.
I've also been grinding.
Man,
on
it'd be
some
cool if they did it in the rain, though.
Fortnite. It would be cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Going up the walls, down
Make
the
it
walls.
dangerous.
Let's make it straight up dangerous. Things have been okay here. Things are a little wild at the house. Things are a little busy at work, but I am happy to be on the stream here doing some Dungeons and Dragons. And you know, I don't put a lot of effort in as a DM, gotta be honest. But this took some work. This was a little bit of grindy of how do I make these powers that you got balanced. And so a special shout out to Battle Armor, who was able to kind of come in and be my referee and kind of look at what I was wanting to do with you guys and like workshop it a little bit, mechanically balance it a little bit. So he kind of gave me a lot of recommendations. He kind of boomed you guys up a little bit. So I can't thank him enough for all his consulting he's done. He gave me like long text messages of notes and thoughts, and so I was able to comb through that Sunday night and get everything kind of calibrated. So, but that being said, we'll still kind of talk through a little bit about how we want to adapt these or use these to kind of benefit your character. So, anyway, I'm going to back up and make sure that everybody knows that we're playing Piece of 8. This is a One Piece inspired story. This campaign follows and documents the journey of the Kite pirates, and this is about the Kite pirates have a captain named Temerian D. Kite that is trying to be the next Buccaneer King, and he has assembled these players to be part of his crew. So we will recap the last session, but essentially this whole campaign is about striving to be the top pirate crew, and this campaign kind of chronicles the group as they work up through a ranked pirate list to be the #1 pirate crew. So that's kind of the overarching view. So I'm going to hit my recap music because I got a recap over my recap music. Let's see if we get it. There we go. Is that coming through okay to you guys? Loud enough.
It's coffee time.
How's that sound?
Yeah. Fantastic.
Sounds good.
That's perfection.
Rocking.
Cool. I'm going to restart it so I have time to get in my narrator voice. Temerian D. Kite and the Kite Pirates finished their excursion on a remote island near the Pirates' Run difficult part of the sea. They used their time on the island to look into a treasure chest that was full of devil fruits. The pirate crew jumped right in, grabbing one fruit after another, taking quick bites into the fruit without much thought. Each pirate got weird, unique powers that they didn't share among each others. Over the course of the investigation into the devil fruits, you also kidnapped a goblin. The goblin that had been knocked out, the goblin king of the group. You ended up picking him up and force-feeding him a devil fruit. He happened to eat a devil fruit that was...
Kidnapped and saved.
devil fruit that was a displacer beast. Zoan fruit that shifted him into a panther-like displacer goblin mix that you affectionately named Hissy. He has now been kidnapped and part of your crew, and you all have aborted on your new ship known as the Fair Winds that you got from a shipbuilder in Ark Nablus. And that's where our story begins tonight. I kind of crammed that in there with the recap music. So, that is where we are. You guys just boarded your new ship. If you remember, I gave you the access to the character sheet of the ship, and it's got cargo space, and it's got passenger space, and it's got stats. All the stats. So, if you will familiarize yourself with your journal, you'll see that I have edited the fruits that you each have. Now, I will say this is a mechanic I want to do for most of you. Have a fruit that's based off a spell system, like it gives you access to spells. So basically the idea is that you will progress the normal way you progress in D&D 5e, which is, if at first level you have access to cantrips and first level spells. So as you level up, you follow the natural level up progression to be able to get access to second level and third level spells as you continue to, and it's not one for one. Second level characters can't access second level spells. So I want you guys that are kind of new to 5e to know that doesn't always equate. It's usually like 2 levels per access to the new higher level of spells. So I have a cheat sheet for that progression as we move along. Obviously, level ups aren't over in one session, right? So it takes a little bit of time to level up. But if you want, you have a sheet called the spell cheat sheet, and it's got a diagram on it. And I'll flash it up on the screen for us. It's got you can see there on the diagram, it's got kind of the progression. So first level, you've got cantrip and first level spells. At third level, you get access to second level spells. So that's the progression of kind of how you're leveling up. So your fruit gave you access to a category of spells. So let's say none of you had this, but let's say for argument, one of you had a water fruit. And the water fruit gave you access to water spells. Well, at first level, you could access first level water spells and cast it at will. With no like spell slot penalty or anything, you just cast it. However, in your character sheet, you now have what's called a devil fruit charge. So if you look at your sheet, I've added on the kind of bottom right corner, there's an area where you can put class resources. Some of you, if you got like a rage, that's where your rage counter is, or if you got something special like arrows, that's where that may be. I've added a devil fruit charge. And you get one of those starting out. And with that charge, you can go up one level higher on your spells. So you can access level 2 spells by spending that one charge. That charge refreshes itself after a long rest. Now another mechanic though, if you want, is you can instead use that charge to upcast a spell. So in D&D, I'm giving you so much detail, I'm sorry. In D&D, you can upcast a spell to make it stronger. So you can use that charge. So it's all about talking about what you want to do, looking at your spell sheet, and then seeing what kind of options you have. So I wanted to give you kind of an ability to kind of box outside your weight class, right? So that charge will give you a chance to kind of do a power up higher than what you're leveled to do. I will also allow you to go beyond your charge, and I will also allow you to reach even higher for a higher spell, because I think it's fun like role play, and when you're backed in a corner and you want to get really strong all of a sudden. However, we are going to have to talk about an exhaustion penalty that will be applied. So if you were to go beyond your charge, like if you already spent your charge and didn't refresh it, you could do another second level spell, but that's going to be a point of exhaustion against your character. And there's 5 points of exhaustion, and each of them have their own negative condition on your character. So we can talk about all that, but I wanted to give that as an option because we're all about surpassing our limits here. So I wanted to give you kind of this freedom to do that. So, and then if you'll kind of read on your sheet, that's what I just explained should be kind of laid out more succinctly and with nice words. But that's kind of the idea. Any initial questions? I know we don't want to give away too many details of what our power-ups are, because we want to reveal that live on stream.
If there is a spell that the effect, I want to say it. So if there's a spell, but the target is a different person, but it's a spell that's in line with your abilities, is it unusable or is it usable on yourself?
Maybe just Discord me the spell you're thinking about when we talk.
Alright.
And that's another thing, guys. I gave you guys a lot of spells. Not all those spells you can access right now in level 1. But I wanted to give you a full library of what you could cast, and then you will have to kind of grow into that a little bit, as we go. Or you suffer the penalty of taking some exhaustion. So that's kind of all how that is right there.
Good deal.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense? And we can talk through any, and if you saw, I put in there up to the DM's discretion a lot, because I want you guys to be able to talk to me if there's something you think's appropriate for your character or something you want to do. So be thinking about that and kind of research. Like, for example, if back to our water fruit example, if there was a water spell that I didn't include on your sheet and you know it to be so, or you could make the argument to me that it does belong there because it's water based or whatever, we can talk about that. I was just kind of giving you a starting position to get a little creative with it. So, and for those of you that are not spell, your fruit is a little bit more a little bit more lock and step. There's the best word for it. It's a lot more easier to follow along with.
Steady, a linear progression
That's right.
of power.
Yes, you cannot. You can do this to yourself.
Sweet. That's gonna make my life a little easier.
Okay.
Just
Any more questions on power-ups and such?
I think I'm going to feel this out as we go, but I don't think any questions.
And some of you, it just depends on what your fruit is. Some of you have like a lot to pick up from when at first level. Some of you don't. So like I tried to go back and like sprinkle stuff that gave everybody some options. Also, remember too that you have immunities and resistance to things as well, depending on your fruit, possibly. So make sure you just read the full description.
Cool.
And I'm fielding some side questions. I like these kind of DM whispers. These are fun. Okay. So this should open up a world of possibilities, a whole new world, to quote some Jasmine in Aladdin. All right. But always remember, you are succumbed to the sea. So if anything were to be introduced that would be contact with water or sea prism stone, that will affect you and your powers.
So, like, is that like any water? Is that just seawater? Like, can I take a bath? Like, what's going on?
I think it's
Just see.
it's specific to seawater.
I think-
Yeah.
What are the odds we'll encounter seawater on a boat? You know, I think it'll be fine.
You know,
It's just splash over.
I'm gonna say there's a chance. I'm telling you, there's a chance. You know.
Dibs on the crow nest.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I'm gonna put on some light music if we're kind of done, kind of conceptualizing what our character is. You guys have done a little bit of role play of what your character may have gained from your devil fruit, but nobody showed their handful yet. The only one that showed their handful is Hissy. You pretty much know what he can do because it was a full transformation in front of your eyes. I'm going to say right now, you guys are enjoying a little cruise in your new boat, the fair winds. Throw it up there again on the old stream. If it loads, I just see the loading there. Oh, no, come on.
It's got a character sheet.
Yeah, I want them to see the thing. Can it amend it? Freaking
You
heck.
just go to bio and info.
It's just not wanting to play nice with me. There we go. There it is. The fair winds. Very, very well.
What a ship.
Pretty.
Very well named as well. Aptly named. The Asami aptly named it. So you guys are spending time on this. Your captain obviously has found a nice spot to set up his hammock and be all cozy.
Classic.
You guys are kind of feeling your way into into the ship, into this new sea life. You've already set sail. You've left the shores and the banks of Arknablus behind. You said your goodbyes and thanks to Nero Keel, who is your shipwright. You guys are cruising. I want to show your new your new pirate friend, Hissy. His original name is Ruknar, and we've done some AI art of what he looks like. So you can see the bottom there was his base form, and now this is what he looks like. The kind of purplish cat looking.
So cute.
Mm-hmm.
Not evil at all.
Not at all.
No.
So he's a little dejected. Like, you convinced him.
Evil is as evil does.
You convinced him to join your crew under threat that he also participated in your crimes and that they would be after him as well, which is a very good argument that got Piasami inspiration. So he is dejected, though. He's not happy he's having in this new life. He didn't want to go off with you guys. So he's just kind of sulking around the ship. So that's what he's doing right now.
That's fair.
And then I'm going to play some music.
Well, and also, to be fair, we killed all his friends. So, he's alive on a nice, beautiful ship. I'm sure that...
And then fed him with dragon fruit against his will. And
makes him... you're looking at the negatives instead of the positives.
You know what? You're right.
He'll succumb to Stockholm syndrome soon enough.
That's right. That's right.
Plus, he is kind of adorable, so I'm glad he's here.
He's a good mascot.
You guys reverse Beauty and Beasted him. Okay. Making our way around the ship. What is everybody? Oh, unless you have a thought or comment. Yes, on me.
No, I was just gonna say, if it's downtime, I'm mopping. That's my MO. I'm dashing around the ship, cleaning. We're gonna have the cleanest ship in the seas, thanks to me.
What do you think your role is, Garza's role is on this ship?
Yeah, I envisioned him
ship first
just
mate?
being cabin boy.
Okay, cool.
Mostly keeping the ship clean and odd jobs, just sort of like whatever the lowest tier of job is. Garza's trained as a monk, so he's kind of used to repetitive menial labor as a form of training, so that's what he's used to and enjoys. But I will say that as I'm doing this, I'll kind of stop every so often and form a little fireball in my hands that I focus very intently on. And it'll kind of shrink and grow with my focus as I'm starting to try to get used to some of the new changes in myself.
Do you do this covertly?
No, I'll do it out there. Garza's not really clever enough to be sneaky, so he's just
So the rest
just
of the,
living his life.
rest of the crew, you notice him igniting little fireballs and trying to control them.
Not the best idea on the ship. But none of us can swim.
Yeah, I'll say one gets stuck out. Normally I could put him out, but it's just lit. I'm and I shove it in my mop bucket, just But it's part of my trying to control.
Are you mopping with seawater?
Well, I assume not, because I'm not dying. It's basically like kryptonite, right? It just shuts us down.
Yeah. You're essentially restrained.
Yes, that's right. I'm mopping with our limited drinking water supply.
just spitting it on the floor.
Yeah, I have to use 5 buckets of water a day, or else the ship's not clean to my liking. No, JK.
It's fair.
Cool. Ichibi, what is Ichibi doing around the ship?
Ichibi is observing, and in sort of a interested in the mechanics of the ship, and the various ways in which the ship is controlled. I would say if there's a job like being up in the rigging and messing around with like the sails and stuff.
You could be the shipwright, like the builder or engineer.
Yeah. Yeah, he has an interest in the like design of really everything.
He is coming into his own after his changes as well. How is that going?
Good. He's I mean, I'll say he's able to do things easier than he used to.
Okay.
He'll, without thinking about it, sometimes grab something with a tentacle as opposed to how he normally would with a hand, and while that is great, he's also very disturbed by his new appearance. And still trying to come to grips with it.
Cool.
He's seen his reflection in the water.
He just freaks him out every time. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
All right, how about Orthos? So we got a shipwright and a cabin boy. Orthos?
So Orthos has a mercenary background. So he's been all over. He's been on ships. He's done a little bit of everything. So he naturally falls into just like the swabby role that kind of does a little bit of everything. But also since he's been around so much, he's a decent navigator as well. And that helps. He's got dark vision, so that helps at night. He can kind of help chart better at night as well.
Oh, it kind of sounds like your first mate material.
That's a lot of responsibility. And my boy loves to nap.
Guys,
Just go for the top.
his seat is first mate material. Let's be honest.
What?
Right.
We brought him on as a kidnappy, and then he surpasses us all
Promotion.
on the first day.
Teleports around and does
You're a
all our
hero.
jobs.
Kite just rolls over and be like, he's the most responsible. Just like goes back to sleep.
Okay.
I'm like, fair.
But you can find Orthos in the crow's nest, probably taking a nap
Cool.
when he should be watching where we're going.
Nice. What about Gornick?
Gornick has sort of appointed himself the designated lookout, so he's not really there to help navigate, but watch the horizon for oncoming ships or hazards in the water. But he's also taken to embracing this new gift of telekinesis by just mercilessly picking on Ruknar whenever he can.
Said aloud on stream. Wow.
Just by
Well, he used it last
the water.
He did.
Yeah. So, but just like moving his stuff when he's not looking, or like closing doors after he's open, like anything I can do to just like mildly inconvenience him, just because I think it's funny.
Is he getting like a Megamind brain shape? Is it kind of getting
Yeah.
big and inflated?
Just like having to wear larger and larger hats.
That's it, yeah.
So is Gornick up there with Orthos in the crow's nest?
Yeah, I think so. While you nap, I'll just keep an eye out for. I have no idea where we're going, but
Well, it sounds like
I can at least see.
Do you have an
hidden
eyeglass?
Ooh.
I don't want it
Yeah, I
to.
feel like there would be an eyeglass there.
I don't want to like put words in your mouth, but I think Gornick would be a good helmsman, and then you could have Orthos be the navigator. I think that would be a cool kind of relationship there.
I can work with
I
that.
like that. Maybe a helmsman.
Yep. So you're kind of driving the ship and stuff. Okay. Cool. Your captain is napping himself away. As a refresher, this
My bad.
world that you live in is in 4 quadrants. You are currently in the group of islands known as the Moon Islands. It gets the most amount of, guess it, moonlight. So naturally, you're already into the kind of later evening hours at this point. There's very limited sun time. A lot of the kind of traditional daylight times are more twilight, more like moonlit hours, and then it gets kind of really dark later into the evening before sunrise. So that's kind of where you guys are now. You kind of just travel. Let me pull up the world map. Let's see here. Go here to the Moon Islands. There we go. So this is the quadrant you're in. You were in that top leftish corner. So what direction do you think you would... Let me throw up the bigger map, actually. I'm going to throw up the big overworld map. So Navigator and crew. Where do you think you're going to be headed from here? You're in the Moon Islands quadrant, the top right quadrant, but you've got the Sun Islands, you've got the Star Islands, bottom right, you've got the Cloud Islands, bottom left. So what kind of direction, compass-wise, do you think you'd be headed in? It's kind of difficult to navigate, even though you're a navigated Orthos. You don't have a star chart. You don't have like a compass, really. You're just kind of having to use like astrological signs and kind of the position of the sun and stuff to kind of do that kind of more Boy Scouting way to get around things. But
he follows his heart.
Oh,
of course.
Like a true navigator should.
It's like Moana.
That's right.
Yeah.
The call of the sea.
Except, the water kills me, doesn't protect me. So that's right.
Yeah. See the ghost of your grandma and be like, Grandma.
Does your heart yearn for something?
For adventure.
For adventure, yeah.
So presumably in this quadrant that we're already in, there's more stuff we haven't seen, right? Or places we haven't gone.
So many islands. Every quadrant has hundreds of islands, if not thousands.
I mean, it seems logical to go somewhere where we already are rather than sailing half across the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I vote we move further away from the last place we saw the pirates.
I mean, we're probably not welcome there.
Yeah.
That was the Sun Islands, right?
What about Sun Islands?
Wasn't where we were before?
You moved toward the
border. Found the devil fruit?
You were near the border between the Moon and the Sun Islands.
Right.
Yeah.
So we may want to go south.
You went to it and then kind of bailed back and.
Right.
Okay. So there's kind of two arcs, which is, if you'll see that there is let's zoom in on the Moon Islands. The natural progression is following the current around the Moon Islands.
Okay.
And the current kind of takes you around this cursed say it for me, somebody. Archipelago. So there's the cursed archipelago where there's not a lot of islands around it. There's currents that kind of take you in a sweeping clockwise or counterclockwise way. So I'll say you guys kind of ride that counterclockwise direction going south. Kind of ride those groupings of islands. So you ride for a while, and then Alex Gornick, who is the wonderful helmsman keeping watch, notices that as the kind of sun comes back up and then goes back to twilight of only a few hours of daylight, we get into the kind of the full moon time of the night where the full moon illuminates like a secondary sunlight the waters. Gornick notices land ahead. A small island in front of your path of travel.
So are we all asleep except for Gornick?
If you want to, that would have been kind of the sleeping hours. Is the dark midnight, and then you got the sun came up maybe an hour or two ago, and then you're already starting to get moonlight. So it would be kind of noon-ish.
Oh, never mind.
No.
Since I'm gonna flip everybody out of their beds with my mind powers.
I like to envision you using your mind to just rock the captain. just
Lullaby. I'm nothing if not compassionate.
Nice.
The chibi's just climbing, I guess, through the rigging, kind of trying to, I guess, roll up the sails to slow us down.
Okay.
Good call.
Your land hoe, surprisingly, rattles and wakes up your captain. Tamarian D. Kite gets kind of back up after being very lazy and resting in his hammock. And gets up, uses his weapon to prop himself up, and then points it, uses that kind of spear-like weapon, points towards the island, and says, "Crew, Kite pirates, let's check this place out." Holsters his
All right.
weapon and starts walking around the deck. Why is it so clean? He just says as he keeps walking around.
Yeah, I'll once again weep steamy tears as usual. Our captain is so decisive. Yeah, and I'll sprint up to the bow of the ship so I can furiously polish whatever figurehead we have so that we give a good first impression on landing.
Nice.
I don't know what our figurehead is on our particular ship.
I think you guys can pick. This is pretty customizable.
So,
Well, a kite is a type of bird, so we could have a kite as our figurehead.
Oh, cool.
That'd be cool.
I like it.
So we don't want Hissy as the figurehead too.
Ooh, there's a thought.
He's
I'd like to.
Terrifying.
I'd like to think it's Hissy, but like Hissy as like a mermaid, so like with the arms folded, and, like.
But like still with the
he's like
tentacles
eating
coming
a
off.
bird.
Yeah.
You guys approach to this island, and it's very small. As you get closer, you notice it is very dense jungle. Looks like a very dense kind of jungle island. Tall trees, very thick foliage, trees close together, vines, stuff that makes it very thick, jungle-like and dense environment. As you pull up, there is, just like this picture, a kind of thin coastline that goes around the whole island, but for the most part, everything else is just dense forest in kind of a square as you approach. Captain said, your captain is looking at the island. Doesn't look like there's a lot of people here. We're gonna need somebody to watch the ship.
I mean, that's what Hissy's for, right?
That's exactly what we just leave this
We
right
don't trust him alone with the ship.
Right, he just sails off.
Immediately wrecks it.
Nice.
We'll just take the keys with us so that he can't drive
That's
off.
Take the steering wheel off.
Like bike chain it to a tree.
We're gonna put it up on
It's not
blocks.
going.
So that
Like-
he can't.
Somebody should tie him up like a backpack and just put him on their back.
Yeah, we've got one of those backpacks that have like the glass dome in it that we put his in, like the cat carrier.
I was thinking like the backpack leash thing that people put on their kids.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's just like
He starts to run and it
just like
catches
running
him.
around. We got him on the leash. Or we can just have we can have Gornak do like a mental leash on him,
There you go.
There you go.
keep him from running too far.
If you get too far of this boundary, you'll only be able to think about your worst memories. Just really, just absolutely, just wreck him.
It's like one of those invisible fences for dogs, but it's
Right.
just like ah!
Terrible.
Just-
And he's like, it wasn't that long ago.
Oh,
just
God.
he remembers getting rejected by Goblina for the prom. He's like, ah.
Now clean up from the prom.
And then it's like
God.
murdering all his friends.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was not the worst moment of his life. Getting rejected was like,
Being
he didn't even like
drugged
those
and
guys.
brought on
right
this
then.
adventure.
I forgot he saw all his friends massacred.
Yeah,
Or I guess he
No,
didn't.
that-
He was
that
knocked
didn't-
out like first, wasn't he?
that's true. Maybe second. Yeah, it was pretty early in, and he woke up on the ship. So for all he knows, his buds are still alive. He didn't watch us kill them all. Especially the long, drawn-out death of his captain. Took a little
Oh, that
while.
was tough.
So, are you guys electing Hissy to stay behind?
I mean, that seems most convenient because he's not
Yeah,
one
I
of
think
us.
so.
So he's like,
Perhaps
fine.
we should,
Go ahead, Ichibi.
maybe we should tie him to the mast again.
You guys go ahead.
Hey, look, we gotta trust him sometime.
You guys go ahead. I'll
But not today. Grab the
keep a
rope.
watch on him. So, Cat, you guys kind of like point to Hissy. Hissy's like, sure. I'll just watch the ship and contemplate all the trauma I've taken on in the past couple of days. And then your captain kind of like sidesteps next to him and says, "You've foregone ahead. I'll keep an eye on our new recruit." Kind of still testing his conviction anyway, and he kind of glares down at Hissy a little bit.
This poor guy.
So your captain's elected to stay back watching Hissy. So
Sounds good.
so you guys, what's
Do we have like a dinghy or something, or like a?
Mm-hmm. You have a little dinghy that will get you on the shore. That way you can oar it offshore. And rowboat your way in.
The chibi jumps down in the dinghy first. It's like, not it. And shotgun.
Nice.
Yeah, so I guess I'll be like, I'll do the paddling, and I'll jump and grab the oars.
Porthos very calmly lowers himself from the boat so he doesn't put a hole
Yeah.
jumping into it.
Nice.
True. Don't want to fall in.
Gordon just kind of gently levitates himself into the boat. This is so easy now.
And I'll start furiously rowing towards the island.
Cool. So you guys approach. You notice how small the island is. It's very small, very cubic, very much like a cubic shape, like a squarish shape, but not big. It may be a mile in length.
I didn't mean
but-
to do that.
Yes, you did. It's committed. You're doing Natural Explorer. It's happened already. You just notice, like, but yet the jungle is so thick. As you approach, the wonderful moonlight kind of cascades along the top of the treetops. You guys roll up into a very calm shore. The waves are lightly rapping on the beach. Very calm out here, and a lot of noises coming from the jungle. In front of you it seems to be a clear path, though. You look ahead in the tree line where the shore stops. It immediately starts with dense jungle beyond. You can't see through the forest much, or the jungle much at all. And there is a opening and a path that goes straight into the jungle, and that's the only way that you see upon approach on the way in.
My friends, I would suggest we do not go down that path.
Huh?
Maybe
Why not? If
maybe
someone
to
put the
one
path
side or the other, you know.
Where's your sense of adventure?
Just I have a feeling that this path right through the middle of the jungle is an ambush. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Well, it depends on what we're looking for. Are we looking for supplies or are we looking for people?
Okay,
I mean, we're pirates, so we're probably looking for people.
For people.
To rob? Or maybe we're looking for
We
fruit?
got to
Meat?
meet people. Okay, yeah. It's a meet and greet with the locals.
A meat cute.
Sounds so much less sinister.
Then searching for people to rob in Maine.
Yeah.
Let's hope they're not
Verified.
greeting who they're going to be eating.
Yeah, we cannibals.
You obviously find
Yes, we
people
can.
and force feed them devil fruits. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Man, that would have been amazing.
Just wrecking people's lives.
We take the whole chest with us and be like, you're getting one. You're getting one.
Now
I
you
used to
gotta
be
be
a
on our
professional
cruise.
swimmer.
Yeah, I'm an Olympic swimmer.
Not anymore.
Yeah, no. You're done with that.
Yeah, no.
Now you're a guy who can vomit acid. Congrats. But yeah, if you want to lead the way, we can go off the path. But
Hey,
I don't really know anything
Yeah.
about exploring.
If we're worried about an ambush, why don't you just burn the whole forest down?
I like this guy.
We can try
I
it,
have
I
it.
say, and just make a little fireball.
Fine.
I
Okay.
mean, if we're all agreed.
This is my moment.
I disagree. I don't think you should burn down a pristine rainforest.
That's great.
I can go first. It's okay. And being a ranger, but like, at the very least, he would feel comfortable exploring. In a wilderness.
So we enter the path. Is that what we're doing?
Or are you going off the path?
Well, if the group agrees with me, I'd like to
Yeah.
go off of the path.
I'm following you.
Yeah, I'm following you.
Right. So I'm not saying he's going like in the totally opposite direction of the path. I'm just saying he's not walking right down the middle of the path. He's kind of off to the side in the woods,
But with the path still in sight.
Yeah, the path is still visible as a marker of where we are.
Okay. You are having a very difficult time as you start to press your way through the tree line, away from, like in line with the. You're kind of. I'm envisioning you guys kind of sidestepping off to the right, with the path in view, right? Just trying to progress along it. That jungle tree line is so dense, you kind of get hung up in vines and barbed wire, briars and all this kind of stuff, and you get real mained up by trees and vines and stuff. But you kind of progress along, and you see off to the side where you're keeping an eye on that path. It is just a kind of natural walkway, right? So it's there's no kind of vines or anything or trees or shrubs on the road. It's just kind of earth, exposed earth looks like it's been lightly traveled. So as you kind of fight your way, it's very hard to navigate here. It's very hard to move because there's just so much stuff. But you notice that the path only goes in a little ways into the jungle, and then there is a fork. It goes left, and it goes right, and it goes into forwards. So eventually you guys will intersect with one of the, if it's going forwards, right, and left, you're going to intersect against the right path if you're following that initial path on the right. You know what I mean? So you kind of pop out at that intersection by accident because you can tell that those roads split. So now you're at essentially a four-way stop, where behind you is where that path is that you came from, and you've got a path ahead, you've got a path to the left, and you've got a path to the right.
You guys see the path, right? You can see through the trees. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Any ideas? Left, right, straight.
You kind of want to look
Flip a
around.
coin.
Yeah, maybe there's something that stands out about one of the paths.
I mean, if anybody's
If
Yeah.
we have a
I
look-see.
suppose. Yeah, I could make a perception check
for
to
it.
see if I notice anything.
That's pretty good. Let me check. I've got my notes here of what you see. 1 second. It's just already on the thing. Here we go. Okay. You notice that there's, the way you came, and then there's a left and a right and a straight path. The path to the left has ivory leaves that are like draped, kind of like there's like leaves like they fell off a tree. They're ivy leaves that kind of fell off a tree that are just on this left path. The straight path is bare, the right path is bare, but this path has ivy leaves that are over it. Kind of like if it was just fall on this section of the forest.
Are they completely obscuring the
It's just kind of like if you were
jungle
to...
floor?
No, it's just kind of like if you had leaves that fell from trees just on this path.
Okay.
And then you notice also with a 19 that the moonlight seems to be brighter that direction as well.
Something is strange about that path to the left.
Well, we didn't become pirates to take the easy path.
Okay.
We became
guess you're
pirates
Good not doing lift.
to kidnap people and feed them fruit.
Yeah.
It's our calling.
That seems like a possibility to the left, so.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Does anyone notice it's a little brighter that way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very strange. We'll have to keep our wits about us.
So you elected to what? I missed what you actually did.
Go left.
So you follow
On the ivy path.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. You follow the ivy path, and you come up to another intersection that is four-way stop. There's the direction you came from. There's a path to the left, a path to the right, and a path to the straight.
Alright, well, if I remember correctly, at a four-way stop, we'll brake and then we'll yield to the right.
Yes. Fantasy traffic rules.
That's it.
Let's put our blinker on.
I just hit a little fireball.
It's just flicking on and off.
The uses are endless.
That's right. All the menial things you can do.
Do you know the ivy? Is it all over all of the paths?
Check it out.
front of us?
Anybody that can investigate, go to your thing. I'll never tell.
You're in charge, Chibi.
Dang, you are good at perceiving.
Nice.
That's right.
The ivy is the leaf covered trick, the kind of thing you saw last intersection. These paths are all bare. There's no leaves covering them. There's also no weirdly lit path. But you do notice that there seems to be a breeze that's coming from the left path. And it's a pretty steady breeze.
So Chibi kind of picks up some sand, very ranger-like, and watches it and drops it and watches it blow towards the... Which side?
It'd be left.
Towards the left. And I've got a feeling, guys, there's something to the left here. You see the sand? And he just kind of drops it in front of everybody's face so they can see it blowing that way.
Ah, yes.
Sand, yes.
Perhaps
Sand.
the fair winds are
Ah,
blowing this way
said it.
for a
Oh.
reason.
Yes. So we have. I watch the sand fall and be like, yes, we have to go down.
Start digging, boys.
I love it. He's like, I know what that means, and he just starts digging viciously.
No.
I'm ready.
I think we need to walk that way.
Okay.
Does anyone agree?
Sure.
Let's
Yeah,
do
we'll
it.
go that way.
Sounds good to me.
Alright.
That dust thing was pretty cool.
You go
I'd
left.
follow you if that helped.
You follow that, and you come to another four-way stop. A left, a right, a straight, and a back. And these stops are starting to weird you out because they're very similar. Like it's each left, right, straight path is clearly lined out. Each intersection, you notice the slight differences with the breeze and the leaves, but these all seem the same. It's kind of weird. Except this one, I'll go ahead and tell you, is covered with mushrooms. Mushrooms on left, right, straight, and back path. It's kind of a mushroomed area.
I like
Um,
this whole thing is like, there's one path you can't go on, like you shouldn't go on, and the others are fine. And we're just be like, we found it. We found the right path.
I think Gornak is gonna be really impressed by the sand at the last intersection. Is gonna walk up to one of those mushrooms and pop it in his mouth, and then sort of clearly, immediately feeling ill, being like, "We should continue left."
Can you do a con save for me, Gornick?
The mushrooms
Aw.
have spoken.
I knew it. Alright.
You'll be fine. Ah.
No.
You
This is a
just
mistake.
you just vomited the last thing you ate.
No.
Not the excluding the mushroom, like so the most previous thing before that, whatever that was. What would that have been from Gornick?
Oh god, that would have been the fruit.
Okay.
Yeah,
you lose your powers.
You lose your
Yeah.
No. Well, this was a whole other
but
roll
you
for
still can't
nothing.
swim.
Yeah.
Yeah. The worst of both worlds.
A rotten core of the fruit. You still have your powers, but like, you kind of upchuck some bile and rotten core of the fruit.
I go,
And a
ooh,
devil
quick,
fruit
eat it
tree
before you lose your
grows.
powers. You gotta re-eat it.
Read it.
Oh,
Oh no.
was tough the first time.
That's right, I forgot.
Go ahead and do a perception check real quick, Gornick. Since you were in the mushrooms eating them. See if you notice anything.
Allegedly. Alright.
Allegedly.
What am I saying? What is it?
Perception.
Perception. Alright.
Random drill beast appears. Okay.
Cool.
You don't notice anything special.
You notice nothing.
These aren't psychedelic.
I will give you nothing.
Did you guys see the leprechaun?
Alright, Ichibi, lead us once again. Because you
Okay.
can roll higher than a 10.
Let
like
me
some
see.
people.
I almost feel like I need a little buy-in from the group here, you know.
Okay.
So you guys don't kill me if we end up in a endless maze or something. Let me think.
Dang, boy. Dang.
What is going
Nice.
on?
All right. Straight
I have no
Okay.
memory
is
of
what
this
you.
place.
Yeah, just straight.
You know,
You notice that the path
Without
of
a
the
doubt.
straight has mushrooms that are glowing due to the moonlight hitting.
Maybe I'll try
Okay,
eating some of those.
so he kind of takes his hand, and like blocks out the sunlight and notices, those are glowing, I guess, and it's like, there is something special about this path as well. I feel one with nature right now. Let's go this way. He's really feeling himself,
confidence.
He's just feeling like he just knows this island for some reason.
Cool. You head straight. You come to another four-way intersection. This intersection has no mushrooms. Just kind of like a basic intersection, like what you faced before.
We shouldn't have come here.
I wonder what would happen if we tried to go back now. And he kind of turns around and looks behind him. Is the path the same as the one we just walked down?
Do you start heading that direction, or you just look back? Look back, you can't tell anything because there's kind of some distance between each one. But if you want to go that direction, just let me know.
How long have we been walking? Like how far?
I would say, you come to your first intersection you came to, like it was maybe a couple feet. I would say like 50 feet or so. And then you come to this intersection and another 50 feet or so. There's a little distance travel between each one, but for the most part, these intersections seem to be pretty close together. So you really don't know how long you've been walking. It feels a little longer because you kind of stopping and going and stopping and starting. In reality, the distance hasn't been that far.
All right. Well, a chibi grabs one of his tentacles and holds it in the air.
It's a vining rod.
Oh my god!
Wow. He's on fire.
Wait till we get to combat. It's gonna be all ones.
Straight ahead, for some reason, you hear the babbling of a stream, and it sounds like laughing to you. It's really weird.
Okay, something very weird is ahead, guys. Let's go cautiously. I think there is a laughing stream. Does anybody know what that might be? I have never experienced it.
I don't think so.
Let's go find out.
Alright.
Maybe it's friendly. If not, we'll kill it.
As you're walking along this path, it's wet, and you can tell when you walk a little bit more, and you come to another four-way stop. Except this stop has a stream that kind of cuts diagonally through the paths, but each path is dry. So you've got a kind of stream that just intersects between two of the paths. But you've got a forward, left, right, and back option.
No. We can restock our water supplies.
Yes.
Your mop bucket.
Yeah. Scoop
We
up a
need
nice
some more
bucket
deck
of
water. Deck washing water. Can we tell if it's fresh water or?
You can. It is fresh water.
Often people or civilization will form at water sources, especially freshwater sources. Perhaps if we follow the water, we may come upon such a thing.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, I feel like these paths aren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
I have become very skeptical of the paths.
It's like a Venus flytrap. It just keeps you running around in circles till you die.
You might say it's unbeaten.
What?
Stay tuned next week. Shout out. What?
Easter egg.
It's the crossover you didn't know you needed.
That's right.
Yeah, I guess. We'll follow
So
the
Chibi
stream.
puts his foot down in the water and starts walking in the stream.
Okay. Do you commit to a left, right, or straight?
Left.
Left.
Well, we're following the stream, which you said doesn't follow any of the paths, right?
Well,
So
it just it cuts
We're
through
going rogue.
You're going rogue? Okay. Well, it's
Well, I mean,
gonna
whatever
be
the
hard
stream
to
is.
follow the stream because kind of like what you experienced earlier, this jungle is dense, and so you can kind of keep eyes on that if you want to. But it's kind of like these paths are really the only option you got because it's such a dense jungle. But if you want to kind of go off on your own and explore the stream, let's say in the top right corner, so you're kind of splitting the straight and the right option, you can.
Well, it's looking a little like it might be impossible to ford this stream. I think we should just stick to the path to the right. What do you guys think?
Is that the one that stood out to it? You?
Yeah, I mean, let me take a look.
Let's keep
Pulls
that
up
light going.
another. It pulls up another tentacle and holds it in the air.
Wow. Something
Is my
wrong
character sheet
with your
broken?
character
Like-
sheet. This is ridiculous.
Hold on.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
what's
do
wrong?
a couple of
It's
tests.
called skill.
I'm gonna do a couple tests here.
Don't burn up all your good rolls.
Okay.
Okay, there's some low ones.
All right, so you use your tentacle. And
Good,
it's
you
like,
burned up that 6 that was in there.
It's like, and you're like using it to like echo sense or whatever. To the left, you don't notice anything, and then straight, you don't notice. To the right, you notice a noise, which is a woohoo, woohoo, owls crying from the right.
Right.
Do you guys want to go see some owls?
Always.
All right. It'll be a hoot. And then let's go to the right.
Nice. You go to the right. You're now in another four-way stop. It's pretty basic. Nothing in of note except that this. Whoa! What did you do to your camera?
It was like fireworks.
That was the owl that exploded. You don't notice an owl. You just notice that there is a giant oak tree over the straight path. It's twisted and knotty, and you kind of have to walk through the tree. The tree's kind of overrun over the.
Naughty little oak tree.
Yep. As Ichibi lasers himself.
Guys,
Is this
FBI's
forest jungle
outside.
boring you? Am I boring you?
No.
He's getting swatted.
Mm-hmm.
Chibi just has attention issues right now.
Well, I see no reason not to continue to trusting Ichibi as
Yeah.
been
Do we see
pretty.
owls?
You do not. No.
You still hear him?
Hmm.
Because we heard laughing before, and it just kind of disappeared.
Chibi kind of is like looking at the others in the party, and he's just like, I give up.
What? But you're doing so good.
I'm done.
Just give up.
I've been leading you fine this whole time. I'm done.
I feel like maybe someone else should just pick a direction. Somebody else do it. And he just stops and looks at and points at all of you at the same time. Because he can do that because he's got tentacles on his head.
You back, Alex? We lost you. Yeah, okay. He's on here. It's just not saying it. He's left.
No, he's not.
So,
Well, it won't be him.
Ichibi gives you an ultimatum.
Well, all right, I'll do my best.
Okay,
I-
alright, I'll
I-
do it.
Focus really hard, and I look, and I go, right.
Nice.
So you go right?
Yeah,
Alright. you guys-
Only if I just did
fingers
random.
crossed.
Alright, you guys go right. Since Garza made that choice, Tristan, give me a d20 roll, please.
Okay. $15.
Okay. You show up at the same path. Almost like you went in this circle.
Which
Okay, I'll do it.
Alex!
Okay.
He,
Sorry.
he holds 2 tentacles up at this time.
Oh.
Just for fun.
Double the
Focus.
perception.
Double mint gum.
oh my god.
We're unfuckable.
That's right. Alright, you notice the direction from the knotty oak tree that splits the straight path. You hear. It's whispering.
Such a naughty oak tree.
But you
Not going
don't
that way.
know what it's saying, but it's like inaudible whispers coming from straight.
Oh, the things I think that tree is saying.
Very offensive.
We should cautiously check out this tree. Can anyone else hear this strange whispering noise? Or am I just going
You
crazy?
guys can do a perception check if you want to play along with Ichibi's paranoia.
I need to know if I'm just crazy.
Nope. Check. Keep him guessing.
You hear it too.
Dang.
Orthos, you hear it. Gornick, you do not. Orthos, you hear a little bit of. It's faint for you though. It's like
Yeah.
you question if it's actually happening. And Garza, you don't hear anything either.
Alright. There you go, it's 50-50. You're either crazy or you're not.
Oh,
That's
definitely
how it
crazy.
always is. Well, I think we should go towards the tree.
Yeah, we gotta find out what that is.
You
I'll take your word for it. I didn't hear a thing.
You go under the tree, walk a little bit more, and you come into another four-way intersection. There
Somebody
is-
memorize the way back.
Fireflies
Like-
abound in this area of the forest.
Fireflies.
Is it dark?
It's like moonlight, right? So it is night, but you're on the Moon Island, so it's really like middle afternoon. So the moonlight is pretty bright, so it kind of helps for daylight, but it is technically night.
Okay.
Well, Chibi pulls out a torch because he. Well, no, he doesn't. If it's bright enough to see.
It is very bright to see. The moonlight is pretty strong. Full moonlight.
Alright. This time, Chibi builds a small sand castle and then blows on it, see which way it falls over.
Oh my god! What I love
These are
about
the most advanced tracking techniques known to man.
what I love about this is Ichibi's like Ace Ventura style of navigating is like working. Like it's just doing the most random crap, and it's all working.
That's right. Can't fail.
Your castle falls to the left, which is also the direction you notice that the fireflies are the most concentrated and buzzing around.
Follow the fireflies. Follow me,
That
my
doesn't sound
friends.
ominous.
And he kind of like, what do you call it? Skips down the trail.
You doing the,
Into
the
the
Captain Jack
fireflies.
skip?
Yeah. Let's all try our pirate walk.
Sounds good.
Anyone have a
I'll
jar?
Have a jar of dirt.
You don't.
You
want
might
to?
need that.
When he says pirate walk, I'm gonna do my best to emulate our captain, as he is the pirate I admire most.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I'll use my mop as like his spear, like, and kind of walk like him.
Cool.
Performance check.
Go for
See
it.
how I do.
Yeah, let's see how good a job I do.
Wow.
I don't think I'm very good at performing. Oh, look at that.
Ah, look at you.
Nice.
Straight up pirate.
I look just like the captain.
That's right.
But I sort of feel horribly jealous because anyone who can outshine my handiwork, I become jealous of. So once again, it's sort of like the clean off we had the first episode.
Nice.
It's the
It's
pirate
an
walk off.
invitation. I like that there's this rivalry that I'm completely unaware of brewing. Or the Sanji and Zoro of this.
That's how it
crew.
goes with the chibi.
You
You will
guys.
have your comeuppance.
You guys walk, and guess what? There is another four-way stop. This one is circulated around a pond. So you guys walk up, and it's a four-way stop, but the pond takes up the whole middle part of the path. So you gotta like closely sidestep around the pond and the tree line to like get around this intersection. But there's a pond. It's got some lily pads on it. That's what you see.
Okay.
Okay.
My friends, I have a feeling we should not disturb the water.
Do you guys look at the water?
Yes.
Okay. Lily pads are concentrated on the right.
Hey.
Okay. This time a chibi plucks a lily pad up and places it upon his head
Didn't you say not to disturb the water?
without disturbing the water.
He told us
And-
not to disturb the water.
Okay, you pick up a lily
He said
pad
nothing about himself.
and put it on your head. Okay. What else?
And then we see which way it falls.
Falls to the right.
Yeah.
You also notice when you pick up the lily pads that they're all on the right. Because you freaking are amazing, apparently, at this crap.
Well, he's a ranger, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Impressive.
I feel so alive. Let's go to the right.
So alive.
And perhaps my little spirit fish is excited as well and is kind of
Oh, your
flitting in and
spectral
out of
fish.
the spectral fish is flitting in and out of the dude tentacles like it's an anemone.
Nice. That's cool.
See,
I've got a good feeling about this one. Do you want to do anything here? We've been walking a long time.
No.
So you guys walk. And you come to
I'll get it on the way back.
another four-way stop. The only thing about this
We need to count these.
is that the brush, it's kind of more lower brush and bushes and tall grass than trees at this specific intersection.
Okay. Just like to check in with the group again. How are we feeling about burning the whole thing down?
Sounding better by the moment.
Growing on me. You want to try?
Well, I feel like all the right paths have had, like, a stronger, like, more vigor in them, like stronger nature. So, I don't know. I feel like we could anger some nature spirit that's here or something if we go too crazy.
Hmm.
I don't want to do that.
I mean, we'd probably be fine unless it like checked us in the ocean or something, and then we'd be in trouble. Just ejects us from the island.
Yeah, Chibi kind of looks at you and is like, that's very good insight. Perhaps one of you can detect if there's any magic in the area. Anyone?
What kind
Not
of
me.
roll?
Okay. All right. He just closes his eyes and spins in a circle.
Oh.
Alright, it's in tune with your roleplay.
And
you don't notice, you're too dizzy to kind of get your bearings of what is what.
I feel like I'm pointing back at where we just came from. Well, your guess is as good as mine, guys.
Looks like it's time for Navigator Garza to step up. Left.
Left.
We have to take charge.
I like this guy's style. Always worked for me.
All right, so you guys go left.
I've learned it just wants you to be decisive. Yes.
Okay, roll a d20 for me since you picked the direction.
Seven.
You you go to the left,
Mm-hmm.
and then you walk back, and you're back at the intersection, and it seems like another intersection, but then you notice that the path to the left is covered in leaves, and you feel like you've been here before.
Oh no.
Yeah, the ivy leaves?
Mm-hmm.
Did we just start
the
over?
ideas.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, guys. This was the first intersection, which means our boat is right there.
Yeah. Let's go.
Way to be positive.
Yeah, maybe we should go tell the captain.
That this island is cursed. No one should ever come here.
Or I could try to remember all of those things that we just did, do them again.
It was ivy leaves, wind,
Wait,
glowing
couldn't
mushrooms.
we just go back the same way we just
fireflies, lily pads. Oh yeah, we can try that, I guess. Was there a shortcut
Yeah, we
here the
could.
whole time? And we just took the wrong path?
I don't know if
Yeah, what happens if we walk right back the way that we just came from? Like the way that I just guessed.
Let's try.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
You take what? Which direction?
We just walk right back the way we just came, so just retrace our steps.
So, okay, you would have rolled in up on this. So you're just going back.
Yeah, whatever got us here, I'm doing the opposite. I'm going back the way we
Okay.
just came.
You walk back, you walk a little bit, and you come back on intersection with ivy leaves on the left.
We're doubled up.
All right.
Well, we live here
Let's
now.
go to the
Might as
left.
well see if these ivy leaves are edible. I'll try to eat one. This is where we live.
Contract.
This is where we live now.
So I
Where
would just
the jungle has taken us.
suggest that we retrace our steps, all the way back to where Garza made that terrible, terrible decision.
Alright.
All right.
That's my
So
suggestion.
You remember, so Ivy Leaves path, the direction you're going?
Yeah, so we do leaves,
Okay.
and then if it's still the same, we do the windy path.
Yep.
And then if that's still the
mushrooms.
same, we do the glowing mushrooms.
Yep.
And then if that's still the same, we do the fireflies. I
You
think?
do the string.
Hooting owl. Yeah.
Laughing
Stream,
water.
Laughing water, owl, twisted oak,
Fireflies.
lilies,
That's right.
and then you're back at that path that where Garza made the mistake. You said it.
Not left.
Well, straight. My gut is telling me
It's
straight.
It's a 50-50.
I like to buy in from the group on these decisions. I agree. Let's go straight.
Okay. Orthos, roll me a d20.
What's that?
Hey, you can use a little die symbol if you want. It's top left. There's a little toolbar, and the bottom symbol
Yeah,
of
there
that
we go.
toolbar is a die, so you can just roll a d20.
Yeah.
That's all I need to make my decisions.
God.
We're back at the four-way stop with the
Hey.
little ivy leaves.
Maybe low numbers are good. I'll be like, the
Oh,
forest is
that's
telling us something. This is where we need to be. We were wrong to try to leave.
I'm getting
On
hungry.
the leave. Ah.
I'm sorry, Lee. I'm sorry, Jungle. We didn't mean it.
Does anybody have like 200 feet of rope?
Maybe. Let's have a look. I have hempen rope. There's a 10 next to it. I don't know what that means.
Same here.
Yep.
I also have hempen rope.
Yep. When your powers combine.
What happens when you light it on fire?
Captain. Yeah, it's like in X-Men 1, same thing that happens to everything else. Burns, baby.
All right, I think we go do this again, but leave a rope behind us.
I don't think it'll
Follow
reach
it back.
Who is? So you guys are like dropping a rope and holding onto it, right? So like you're Hanseling, Greteling your way.
Mm-hmm.
Who is
Just like
holding-
Theseus in the Labyrinth of the Minotaur.
Gotcha. Who is holding the rope?
It doesn't matter. I'll do it.
Ooh, that's +1 rope.
It's plus rope.
I'll be the rope handler.
Okay.
All right.
So you're at the path you were at the beginning with the ivy leaves on the left.
That's right. And we're gonna follow our now memorized path back.
Okay. So you follow all the memory back up until you had a gut react the intersection that Orthos and Garza screwed up at. You really have only one option now, which is right.
That's what they want us to think. Let's go left again. No, just-
Good.
Let's go right.
that's what the
Please.
jungle wants. Okay. All right, fine. We'll go right.
Okay. You go right. You hear a lot of crickets. When you go right. Then you head
Ah.
and then you come to another four-way stop. With 4 giant trees next to each path.
So 16 trees.
Or one
Oh,
next
you
to each
doubled
path.
it. Nice. No, I was gonna say 1 to each, but I like 16.
Well, you said
trees.
4 next to each path.
So
Yeah,
that
There's
would
4
be-
paths.
No, okay. No, 1 next to each.
Alright. Ichibi walks over and hugs one of the trees.
Nice. Which one does he? Okay, that tree is the tree near the straight path, which you notice when you hug it has a glowing strand around it. What's
It
like
has
some
strand, it's
fungi
glowing.
or fungi that's really cool.
It has a love for all living beings.
Feel like there's some fun guy that put this here. So we should go this way to see him. Follow me, my friends. And he runs that way.
Follower, intrepid trailblazer.
Okay, you go straight. You come to a clearing. There is no four-way stop. The clearing has thick jungle all around you, but in front of you is soft, like low grass, mixed with sand. In the middle of this clearing is a little mound, and it looks like something is etched into the dirt there. But standing on top of the mound is the king of beasts. A lion roams this area.
Man.
Some king.
And there he is. He notices you and is watching you at this point. So what we're going to do is we're just going to have initiative. So hang on, let me get the turn tracker. Nobody roll yet. Nobody roll yet. I'm going to get the turn tracker up.
Oh, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll.
Don't do it! I gotta clear the... Remove all turns. There we go. Okay, clear. Alright.
Also,
Now...
okay, you have to drag your character
Yep.
to the map, and then click your character, and then roll initiative.
That's right.
Can someone grab my character? I can never do this.
Yes. Oh wait, I don't have it.
Appreciate you.
I think PU2 has to do that.
I got you, Gornick.
All the 20s
Appreciate.
are gone.
There you go, Gornick.
Thank you.
Ichibi's got a 3 to you guys.
Where did
Oh.
Did all the
King of the
20s
beasts.
Okay, now I can't select my character token.
You can't click on it.
Nope. It's not letting me click on him.
Okay, where do you want him? In the mouth of the lion? I'll put him in
Yep.
the mouth of the lion.
Perfect. Thanks. Thanks for that.
Alright, just hit initiative and I'll add
that's
it.
Alright. Thanks.
Oh,
What's your initiative there?
Working on it.
Alex? Okay.
Sorry. My
0?
character sheet was being silly. Yep, 0.
17. Nicely done.
Oh, nice.
No, I don't want anything. I'll do some. Alright. Appropriately, big old fast boy. You're staring down this king of the beasts.
Dog and punch.
right. I would like to try to intimidate him.
Okay.
I'd like to stand real tall and just give like a good orc just bellow at it and try to scare him away and try to avoid the fight if we can.
Okay. Roll 16. What's the DM counter for that? Does it just have to have a save, or is there a roll I do against that?
I guess you could do it though.
Save, I guess.
Yeah, you could do like a charisma save. I don't know. I don't know. There's probably a few different ways you could do it, because you could do like you could have the lion roll inside to see like if it's a credible threat. Or you could have the lion roll intimidation against him to like counter. Or you could, like you said, you could do a saving throw of some kind.
Okay.
Or you could just decide.
Yeah, I'm gonna say with a 16 against what I have on his character sheet. That's not gonna do it. He just kind of like glares at you.
Oh,
Good try though. Anything else you
yeah,
want?
let's try. I guess that doesn't count as an action, does it?
I mean, technically it does, but what else were you wanting to do?
I didn't know if I could do anything with my fruit.
You want to do something with your fruit?
Oh,
Throw their
good.
fruit at him.
Yeah.
No. Throw up the core and just chunk it at him. No.
Yeah, we just pull out the box of devil fruit and be like, Lion, you don't want any of this. We'll feed these to you so quick.
No, I'm gonna embody some of my fruit ability. That's Long Strider.
Okay. You cast Long Strider. And touch yourself.
Whoa now.
Yep. And your target speed increases by 10 feet.
Okay.
I guess that's me for now.
Okay, you can use that now too if you want. So you can go like up to 40 feet
Okay.
if you want.
Let's see.
He's so fast.
Just run away.
Bye.
It wouldn't be hard. You just take a left.
Yeah. It's true.
Move my guy over there.
We know that gets you right back to the beginning.
Right. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Let's see. It is Gornick's turn.
Gornick is just going to, and where he's sitting here, like right in his clearing, is going to reach for his javelin. He doesn't want to get anywhere near this guy, but he wants to try to antagonize him. Let him know that we mean business. So I'm going to try to hit him with my javelin.
Okay, that is gonna miss.
And Gornick is now going to run.
He's gonna cry a little bit, and then
It's like that didn't work, and not quite ready to pull out any fruit stuff just yet, so Gornick is, that's going to be it for him. He's just going to try to get away from this thing now.
Okay, so you need to use your move then to go 30 feet.
Okay. Alright, so let me move him. Yeah, it's not letting me select him at all, so I can't move him.
Okay, so you just left or right? How far you want to move him?
Let's go left. That seems like a good direction. I'm doing this very bravely. I'm running away very bravely.
That's it. Okay, he is going to notice that and he's going to try to pounce. So he's got to move in for a claw attack. Quickly to Gornick. You're going to do a claw attack. Does a, what is that, 16 hit? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it's...
Okay, so that's going to do 8 slashing damage to you.
Oof.
and then I need you to roll a strength saving throw as he slashes you with his claw and tries to paw you down. All right, you do not succeed, so you are knocked prone. And so you're just knocked prone underneath the lion.
Hooray!
Okay.
I've got him right where I want him.
And it is Garza's turn.
All right, I am. I'm going to focus up on what I've been practicing on the ship, and I'm going to make a little fireball in my hand that's maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 5 inches or so in diameter. And in typical anime fashion, I'll shout out, "Burn, burn style! Combustion engine!" And you'll see the sphere. The sphere will grow from about 5-inch diameter to a 5-foot diameter as I generate a giant ball of fire. And I'll do kind of like a barrel flip kick, and I'll kick it at the lion. Flaming sphere!
Nice.
And so let me link this in chat, because it does a bunch of stuff. Yeah, look at that.
So that's a level 2. So just so you
Yes,
know,
so I'm gonna mark it off,
You're gonna use your key point or your
I will.
whatever it's called. Devil fruit charge. 5-foot diameter sphere of fire appears in an unoccupied space. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet must make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes
Yeah, so it may
6. Wow.
It may be helpful to make a little character sheet for this, like I do for your, because I can move it,
Yeah.
like I do for your spiritual weapon in the other one. But basically, I'm gonna. Oh, here I can use fair winds for now. I'm just gonna use our ship for now until we get that. So I'm gonna summon it next to the lion, and then as my bonus action, I can move it up to 30 feet, and if I crash it into something, if you ram the sphere into a creature, the creature must make the saving throw against the sphere's damage, and the sphere stops moving. So he's got to do, let me see, a dexterity saving throw. Okay, that fails. My DC is 13. So he's going to take 2d6 fire damage. One sec, I think I got a little thing for this. Yeah, he takes 9 fire damage.
Nice.
Nice.
Cooking him.
And if he ends his turn within 5 feet of it, he'll have to do that saving throw again. Or if anyone does. So don't stop right next to it, our team either. I don't think I have control over whether it burns you or not.
Very nice. Taking full advantage of the devil fruit. There you go.
That's right. Pulling out my trump card already.
Anything else from you, Garza?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move up to. Yep, I got plenty of movement. Move up to range with the lion, and I'll end my turn.
Cool.
Well,
All right.
I guess we can't be friends.
Chibi.
Chibi pulls out his longbow and aims at the lion. He's gonna unleash arrow.
It's gonna hit.
Alright.
Nice, very nice.
Nice.
guys are making short work of this animal.
King of what?
King of Dying.
Alright. Are you gonna do your other thing, you think?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to reread this description here. Alright, so you guys notice, or maybe you don't, I don't know. One of the tentacles within his tentacle dreadlocks kind of, goes up like a scorpion tail and shoots a, I don't know what to call it. Well, it's like a dart.
Like a barb.
Like a barb, yeah.
13's gonna hit. Nice.
And then it disappears back into the dreadlock main.
Nice.
Very cool. Anything else from you, Ichibi?
Ichibi's gonna stick in the back.
Okay. You guys
Not gonna
notice
move.
this lion is bloodied up now, and his fur is just charred from getting scorched. So he is pretty beaten up and bruised. And it is Orthos' turn.
Alright. We'll go ahead. Move my guy up into striking range.
Nice.
He will slash at him with his scimitar.
12 is going to hit.
It'll hit. 6 slashing.
Orthos, how do you want to end this beast?
Oh, I don't
Make
want to be a
it quick.
bottle. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Let's just feed it the devil fruit. Get it over with. Come on.
Just a quick slash to the neck, and he bleeds out and passes away peacefully.
That's right.
As peacefully as he can, on fire.
Yeah. It lets out a low growl.
Very calm.
Full of
Bang.
arrows and barbs.
Yeah, his tail's on fire from the flaming sphere.
That'd be a cool,
I guess it all happened in like 6 seconds, so it's okay.
it'd be a cool
Is it roasted?
undead beast of like a flaming tail with stuff in it. That'd be sweet. Undead lion. Alright, you're out of combat. You have killed this lion. You kind of migrated a little bit from the center of the clearing, but you still notice in the center of the clearing is a mound with something etched in the dirt.
Let's go check it out.
Alright, Orthos goes checks it out. Orthos is a comically large X.
Huh.
Anybody got a shovel?
Garza's like, yes!
No, there might be one back on the ship though, so we just go back and take a left.
I got 2 hands, don't I? I just start tearing away at the ground.
Why doesn't Gornick just use his mind to move all the massive dirt?
We have to do that.
Mine shovel.
If the combat's over, I'm gonna reabsorb the flaming sphere into my body, just
Please do.
just suck it up,
Cool.
so it doesn't burn anybody.
Appreciate that.
Then I'll say, wait a sec, Gornak. I can help you with your injuries. This is a technique I learned from my master.
Oh gosh.
Um,
That's okay.
and I'll shout, Dragon Turtle style! Steam engine! And you'll see steam start coming off of me. Sauna! And I will lay hands on him and heal him for 4 with my... This is a racial ability I have as
Thank you.
an Asimar. So you heal for 4.
Ah, thank you. The lion tore me up after the javelin.
But yeah, now you're free to dig all you want.
Dig check.
Dig check.
Okay.
Yeah.
You dig the water, the ground seems to give way pretty easily. It's pretty sandy, so it's kind of easier to move the dirt around. And a treasure chest pops out.
What's in it?
You try to open
Mm.
You guys just want to leave this here and go back?
it.
Yeah, I think we're done. I just wanted to lay eyes on it.
That's it.
Send up the signal.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, open it with your psychic powers in case it's a trap.
From a distance, there you go.
I could shoot it. We're
But
just
what if
like
it's
very
what if
paranoid.
it's a fragile treasure? We don't want to accidentally destroy it.
Hmm. All right. Well, a chibi
Yeah,
walks
well,
over and opens
We'll
it.
open it.
Okay, it's not locked.
Jokes aside.
You open it, and inside is a small compass-like device that looks like a mix between a compass and a wristwatch. But you don't know what a wristwatch is because we're in fantasy times. So it's something you would attach to your wrist, compass for your wrist. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
I guess the navigator would be Orthos, so in your travels, in your background, I'll give you a little insight that this is a ethereal compass, which is a little bit, it's kind of top of the line as far as compass goes. I had a special name for it. I've been scrolling through my phone now for like 10 minutes trying to find what I named it, but I don't have it, but it's essentially a very nice top of the line compass.
The
It's a finder.
Wayfinder.
Ethereal compass? Is that what you said?
Yeah. It was ethereal something is what I named it, but
Ethereal wayfinder compass.
yeah, we can call it
Navigator.
Wave Runner. It's a Wave Runner.
Now, what were they?
Log poses was the
Well, Ichibi would be interested in it,
candy.
looking at it. The mechanisms.
It's very nice. Got nice metals in it. You can tell it helps you navigate. What you know, Orthos, about these kind of navigating compasses is they help you kind of like navigate island paths. Like you can kind of set it to kind of be able to go back to an island you visited before. Prior to you guys finding something like this, you were kind of just having to rely on weather and things like more natural ways of navigating. This is a little bit more structured, and you're able to kind of navigate way more effectively with something like this.
Hey guys,
Nice.
this seems like a great place for a pirate base. I don't know.
Yeah.
What you, I don't know what you guys think about that.
I wouldn't want.
Pirate base.
No offense, Ichibi, but I am never coming back to this jungle again, as long as I live.
Oh wow. Okay. All right, folks. So it looks like we're having a little audio issues, but I will go ahead and end it for the night, and I will get with the PU2 Cru here in a second. Let me just let them. Okay, I am getting into this. There we go. And in Discord here. Okay.
Good.
But so what's funny, guys, is that Mumble, we have a set time that we always beat, but it's a 4-hour server, so we actually expired our time on the server because I set it up a little earlier. So that's on me.
Gotcha.
Sorry about that. But anyway, that is what you find, and that is where we will end as you inspect this nice device. You dream and you wonder what is next for you down the line
Ooh.
as you've started your pirate journey. All right, so that, folks, has been Piece of 8, Episode 4. Thank you for joining us tonight as the gang has tried to navigate our little maze I set up. You guys are not a fan of the Lost Woods maze from Zelda, apparently. You just want more action, which is fair. Okay, so that has been Piece of 8. Please join us next week for Unbeaten Path. We're going to be switching now to Mondays, so make sure to look for PU2 on Mondays for Dungeons & Dragons content. I want everybody to have a good night and a good week, and we'll see you next Monday. This is PU2 Cru signing off.